Starlets, I'm Sarah from Everyday Starlet. Welcome to my channel. We're bringing a little bit of glamour to everyday life. If you want to join my Starlet squad, be sure you hit that subscribe button. Today I want to talk to you about luxury lipsticks. Yes, it's getting expensive up in here. If you're not familiar with how my makeup collection video reviews work, basically I take a particular product, in this case luxury lipsticks. I try a different one each day for however many days I have the product. I show you applying it, giving my initial impression, and then I give you an update after wearing it throughout the day to kind of give you my opinion on how it wears and how I like it after wearing it for a whole day. And at the end of the video, I will be giving you my A-list and D-list, so be sure you stay tuned for that. I've actually been going through my entire lipstick collection. I have a video on drugstore lipsticks. I have one for just my MAC lipstick collection. I have like sort of high-end mid-priced lipsticks, and now we're doing the luxury lipsticks. If you want to see my luxury lipstick collection and which ones worked and which ones didn't, then just keep watching. Okay, so today I have my first luxury lipstick. I actually did not purchase these. These are samples that I was sent, but these are expensive lipsticks, so I'm throwing them in this challenge. These are the Marc Jacobs Le Marc Lip Cream. I have the shade Kiss Kiss Bang Bang and the shade Slow Burn. And I believe Kiss Kiss Bang Bang is actually a little bit brighter color, so this is the one I'm going to test. I'm not going to use a lip liner because I want to test the lipstick on its own. It's a sample, so it's going to be kind of hard for me to really like judge the application of it as far as shape, because I'm assuming that the full size is going to be bigger. So alright, pigment shows up very, very quickly. A little awkward applying it because it is so like tiny, but very creamy. I like this color. It's a nice like mid-toned pink. It's a very creamy formula, feels nice on the lips. The only thing is I'm thinking I just blot it with a tissue and now it feels a little sticky. It feels a little heavy on the lips, but very creamy. I don't know, I'm gonna wear this throughout the day and I will let you guys know how it holds up. Okay, so lipstick update. It's pretty much faded off, but today has been a very, very long day. I hope I don't have like food on my face or anything. I have to say, after I ate lunch, which was the first meal I ate after I put this on, it held up really well through one meal, and it feathered a little bit, but I feel like it faded very evenly. Like it wore off in the center a little bit more, but it really did hold up quite well. And the way that it faded off very evenly. I don't know if it was like the best feeling lipstick on my lips. I do think that it did start to feather a little bit at one point, but overall, good. Interesting to see how it compares with some of the others. Overall, good. I don't know if I can say it's worth the price point. I mean, for me, I got the free samples, so obviously it's worth the price point, but the actual full-size samples, I don't know yet if I would say it's worth the price point, but I'm gonna try the others and see how they compare. Okay, so today's luxury lipstick are going to be the Nars Audacious lipsticks. These actually are magnetized, so they stick together. The packaging on this is like, it's simple, yet it's like definitely a step up from your regular Nars lipsticks. The price point is quite high. I have Lana, Raquel, Brigitte, and Grace. Raquel and Brigitte are more of your nudes, so I don't think I'm gonna use those. Lana is definitely more of your orange, red. These are all sort of named after like old Hollywood stars. Yeah, I think I'm gonna go with Lana today. Why not? I don't know if I've worn all these shades, but I've tried all of them, I think, at some point. I feel like in the past when I've tried them, they've ended up on my teeth. I'm gonna try it today, see how it goes. Let's give Lana a try. Okay, this feels very creamy, and the pigment is unbelievable. Like, just a little swipe and you're like, wow. That's a bright lip right there. Actually, the shape of it makes it pretty easy to apply. The lighting in here right now is not phenomenal, and I'm actually not having a hard time applying it at all. It's very creamy though. Yeah, I definitely have to do the finger trick because I'm really afraid of this ending up in my teeth. The pigment on these, I feel like this one, I mean, and I've tried a lot of lipsticks. If you've seen it in my other lipstick videos, you know I've tried a lot. This is like the first, even compared to my liquid lipsticks, like this is the first one that's been like, whoa, like really just like first application right off the bat, pigment. So I like how it applies. I mean, the packaging is just on point. The Nars lipsticks were some of my absolute favorite from my high end. So the luxury version should be even better. But I'm gonna wear this throughout the day and I will give you guys an update a little bit later and let you know how I liked it. Okay, lipstick update. I actually did put this on a little bit later in the day than yesterday's. All right, here's the thing about this lipstick. It's really messy. Like, it gets on everything. So if you have any intentions of kissing anybody, not a good option. I will say, while it does fade and it does get on a lot of things, it fades relatively evenly. I do feel like it feels better on the lips than yesterday's. Like, you don't get any feathering. It feels creamy, it feels soft, it doesn't feel overly drying. It's messier than yesterday's though, and I feel like yesterday's faded a little bit more evenly than this one. But I mean, I'm nitpicking with that. Like, they both fade, I do feel like a little bit nicer than some lower end lipsticks maybe. I do find it messy. It didn't get on my teeth this time, but it has, so you'd be very careful with that. So, while I do really love these lipsticks, I mean, the pigment is like, you can't compare to the pigment of these. It's amazing. There are some drawbacks, and for the price, do you really want a lipstick that has any drawbacks? Good, not perfect, but good. We'll try another one tomorrow. Today's luxury lipstick, pardon the baking. This is actually the YSL Rouge Pure Couture, and this is in 0162N. I can't figure out YSL color names, but anyway, YSL, I gotta say, packaging, I love it. I probably use the YSL lipsticks in more of my Instagram photos than anything else because I just love the packaging. It's just such a pretty, like, it's simple but classic. It's beautiful. This is the only actual like red I have. Gotta say, I mean, they go the extra mile. They actually engrave YSL. You probably can't see it on camera, but they actually engrave the YSL into the lipstick. Definitely quality. I have a couple of these. This is the only red I have though. I think I have a bright pink and then I have like a really pale pink, but I just want to try. I don't think I've actually worn this one in particular. Oh, it's just creamy. Very, very creamy. Okay, because it's so creamy, I think it's hard to get a neat even line. It gets a little messy in the corners because it's so creamy. It's very pigmented though. I mean, it's not quite as like shockingly pigmented as the Nars Audacious, but it is still very pigmented. Beautiful color, feels very comfortable on the lips. The creaminess makes it, I feel like, a little difficult to get like a nice, smooth, and like detailed application. I would normally wear a lip liner with this probably, but I want to test like the lipstick on its own. I don't know, I'm gonna see how something this creamy may not last that long, but it does feel very nice on the lips. So I'm gonna wear this throughout the day. I'll check in with you guys a little bit later. Okay, so lipstick update. It is right there on my chin. It actually made it through lunch okay. For some reason when I had my snack, it just got all over my chin and I left it there all afternoon, although I was home, so it didn't really matter. But I left it there to show you for when I filmed this. You know, well, it did get kind of feathery here. I don't think this started out with quite as much pigment as some of the others, and it has faded quite evenly. And I mean, again, I have eaten quite a bit today, so I mean, I don't necessarily want to say this is bad. I just kind of feel like at this price point, you want something a little bit more exceptional. Now, I mean, I do love the packaging. I will still wear some of my YSL lipsticks. I just don't know if this is really like holding up to the level of like what the price point, what you'd want it to be for the price point. Okay, so today's luxury lipstick is one of 3 different formulas of the Christian Louboutin. I'm kind of in a hurry today, so I'm going to go over the packaging in some of the others, but this is the sheer formula. This is in the shade Petal Rose. And I have a review of all of these, but I didn't actually show myself applying them or anything. I just sort of talked about them. So I'm going to show them all in this video because I have one of each formula. So this is the sheer formula. These are expensive, and especially for a sheer formula, because these are all the same price, they're expensive. In my experience in trying this shade is like such a perfect Your Lips But Better shade. It's just, for this kind of money, like, you're paying for the packaging, let's be serious. For this kind of money, do you really want just a Your Lips But Better look? This is a beautiful shade though. It feels nice on the lips. I do remember when I wore it before, it started to not feel great on the lips after wearing it for a little while, but I'm gonna wear this throughout the day. It's gonna be a long day, so I'm gonna wear this throughout the day and let you know how it holds up. Okay, so lipstick update. It's basically gone. it faded really, really quickly. It didn't leave my lips feeling quite as dry as I remember from when I tried it before. But you know what, I mean, it's not a super creamy formula or anything. So I don't know, it's one of those things where I'm like, yeah, I guess I could see myself getting a lot of use out of it, but it's like 90 bucks. I can't justify that price in my head. I mean, again, you're paying for the packaging, you're paying for the name, but I mean, I love the color and I love, you know, that kind of the look it gives my lips, but it doesn't last very long and it's so expensive. I do have like 2 other formulas from Christian Louboutin that I'm going to try out. So we'll see how those fare in comparison. Okay, so I've got another luxury lipstick going. This is another Christian Louboutin. I didn't get a chance to talk to you guys about Christian Louboutin quite as much yesterday when I tested the first formula because I was kind of in a hurry, but today I'm actually getting ready to film, so I have a few minutes to talk to you about this. The packaging is off the charts, and I'm gonna be honest with you, you're paying for the packaging. This is definitely the most expensive lipstick that I own. I think it's the most expensive lipstick I've seen. If there is one more expensive out there, God help us. These retail for about $90. This is actually the Rouge Louboutin, but this is more of like the cream formulation. It kind of looks like a Christmas ornament. Again, I've done a whole review on all of the Christian Louboutins, but I didn't show you applying them, and I wanted to compare them with some other high ends. It kind of looks like the heel of a shoe, I think, and it's got the studs. I mean, the packaging is stunning. But to be honest, I think you're paying for the packaging. I got these a while ago, but I have other lipsticks that are way older, and this one is actually almost crystallized. Now, I know lipsticks don't last forever, but the fact that I have drugstore ones that I've had longer that don't look this bad, I don't know. That bothers me. So I'm gonna kind of like rub it on the back of my hand to get some of like the crystallization off. It doesn't smell funny or anything. It smells like a regular lipstick. So I do think this is a beautiful red shade. I feel like this is sort of like their classic signature red. The shape is a little odd to work with. It's almost wider than some other lipsticks, but it's not bad. Once you kind of start applying it, like, it does feel very creamy. Almost too creamy. Like, it gets a little soft, a little difficult to work with. It's a heavy product. I mean, again, the packaging is seriously quality. It is heavier when you're using it, which might add to it being a little tricky to apply. I do love this red. I mean, the shade is stunning. It feels nice. I remember when I wore it before, when I reviewed it, it felt dry on the lips, which might be one of the reasons why it kind of like crystallizes. The sheer one that I have, which I've had just as long, doesn't do that. So I don't know what's up with that. Beautiful color, it's quite creamy. So I'm just gonna wear this throughout the day and I'm gonna give you a little update. Spoiler alert, I don't think I'm ever gonna say this is worth $90 because I don't know if any lipstick is actually worth $90 unless it actually like makes you lose weight and, you know, can grant you 3 wishes and stuff. But you know, you rub this, it's not gonna grant you any wishes. But you are gonna wish that you had the money back on your credit card. Just saying. I'll check in with you guys a little bit later. Okay, so Christian Louboutin lipstick update. This is faded off. I feel like from a distance, I'm like, oh, this faded off pretty evenly, but like up close, it really did fade a lot more in the center. Not totally shocking. It is a creamier formula. My lips do feel a little bit on the drier side, which for a creamier formula and for one that isn't lasting very long isn't great. I will say it didn't seem messy. Like, I didn't feel like it was like all over everything. Like, it did get on my mug when I had tea, but not like all over the place, and like it hasn't smeared all over my face. So it wasn't like a messy creamy lipstick that faded, but I don't know. I mean, I feel like for this kind of money, like, it really should solve all your problems or else it's just not worth it. Okay, so I have a new lipstick for you today. This is another Christian Louboutin because I have one in each formula. This is actually the matte formula, and this was a gift, so I didn't pick the color. I have tried this, and like I said before, my other Christian Louboutins, I have a review of them. I didn't find this to be the most flattering color on me when I tried it before. I feel like these sort of mauvey colors, like, they're hit or miss with me. I need like just the right shade in order to work. This is in, I do not know how to pronounce it, like Coat? I don't know. It'll be in the description box below. Beautiful packaging. It's the matte one. I remember being drying, but we'll see. It does not go on as smoothly as the cream, which, you know, isn't surprising, but something to note. Much stiffer formula. Yeah, not my favorite color on me. Feels kind of heavy. It's definitely not a lightweight feeling formula. It goes on kind of stiff. It doesn't really feel great when you're applying it. Not horrible, but like, I don't know, for $90, I feel like you want something pretty phenomenal. So, you know, I'm gonna wear this throughout the day and see if the matte formula actually holds up a little bit longer than the others. I'll check in later. Okay, so lipstick update. I really want to just wipe this off now. It's been on since this morning, so it's been quite a few hours. I've had a few meals, but I don't like the way this feels. I didn't like the color to start with. It faded like dramatically in the middle. It's still on the outer edges, but it faded. My lips feel so dry. It felt heavy all day. Like, it doesn't feel good on my lips. Like, I just do not like this formula. And for something that is so expensive, it's like, I can't even. I know you pay for the packaging, and I'm so glad I have the packaging as like a display piece, but the lipstick itself is not worth the money. Okay, so the last luxury lipstick I have for you, I'm pretty excited about because I've never tried this before. I bought this a while ago, and I've been testing so many other lipsticks, I just never got to try it, and so I'm excited. This is the Tom Ford, and I have loved pretty much everything I've tried from Tom Ford, so I'm excited to try their lipstick. It's quite expensive. The packaging is really cool though, very sleek and elegant, feels really quality. I have two shades, I forget the other shade name, but it's a little bit more of like a nudie pink. This one is Cherry Lush, so I thought I would try the brighter shade. You know, just test out, you kind of get a better view of how well it lasts in a brighter shade. All right, I'm already seeing one downfall, which isn't really a downfall, but like it's so detailed that it actually has like the TF. You probably can't pick it up on camera, but it has like the TF engraved in the lipstick. The thing that's to me is a downfall about this is that once you start applying it, the TF's gonna go away. That's sad. I'm excited to try this though. I hope my expectations aren't too high, but I'm excited. That started out a little stiff, but it went on very creamy. I'd say pretty easy to apply. Not super pigmented though. I do really like this color, but it's not super pigmented. Oh, the TF's still hanging in there. It's shaped a little wide to get like easy application. Maybe my lips just aren't big enough, but so it's not as hard as some others, but it is a little tricky to get a nice clean line. TF still holding strong. So I do like this color, very pretty cherry red. Not overly pigmented though, I do have to say, for something this pricey, but it does feel nice on the lips. It feels very creamy, so we'll have to see how it holds up staying power wise. But so far I like the way it feels. I like the way it applies. So I will update you a little bit later, see how this holds up. Okay, so lipstick update. It's been a long day. Hopefully I don't have food in my teeth while I'm talking to you. But yeah, the Tom Ford, I gotta say, my lips still feel really good. It has definitely faded, but it faded very gradually. I mean, it is a little bit more worn in the center than it is on the ends, but I've had some kind of messy food today, and the fact that it's still hanging on there and it's faded so nicely, I feel like I'm giving this one points. An A for effort, I think. Like, I don't know if I could sit here and say it's worth the price, but I am definitely impressed. More impressed with this one than I think a lot of the others. So, this might be a contender for my favorite. Okay, and those were my luxury lipsticks. Now for my A-list and D-list. First of all, to answer the question, do I think any of these are worth the price tag on them? No. As much as I love some of these brands, none of them, to me, justify the insane price tag. And I believe truly with most of them, you're paying for the packaging. I mean, YSL packaging is beautiful. Tom Ford, gorgeous packaging. Nothing beats the Christian Louboutin packaging. I mean, they look like Christmas ornaments. I mean, they're works of art. Do I think any of the actual lipsticks are worth the price? No. I will say, I did enjoy the Tom Ford. I did enjoy the Marc Jacobs. I only have the sample size of the Marc Jacobs, but I enjoyed it. I have to say, as far as pigmentation goes, nothing beats the Nars Audacious. Not very long lasting though. It does get kind of messy, so I don't see myself wearing these a lot, but nothing beats the pigmentation of these. I mean, they truly are the best as far as that goes, but is it worth the extra price tag? I don't know. For me, I'd rather have something that has a little bit more longevity and then just have to layer it. I mean, YSL, I love the YSL packaging. I probably use YSL lipsticks in like my flat lays and stuff more than any other product. Is the lipstick itself like blowing my mind? Not really. I mean, it's not bad. I mean, I don't think any of these are bad. I can't justify the price of them. I don't know if I could put any in my A-list, although I'd say maybe the Tom Ford and the Marc Jacobs if I really had to pick an A-list. Here's the thing, I feel like the Christian Louboutin, as far as the sheer formula, shade-wise is like one of my, it's my favorite sheer lipstick. I mean, it is the perfect sheer lipstick shade for me. This is $90 for a sheer lipstick. As much as I love the shade of this, I don't know on what planet a sheer lipstick for $90 makes sense. Packaging is gorgeous. Honestly, these Christian Louboutins are, they're pieces of art. I mean, they're display pieces, and I think they're gorgeous. I'm glad I have them. They were a gift, by the way. So, just so you know, I didn't actually buy these. I'd say, like, my top D list is gotta be the matte version. This was obviously not the best shade for me. It was a gift, so I didn't actually pick it out, but it's not the best shade for me, but I could look past that. It's just, for me, it's such a drying formula. It didn't seem to last as long as a dry formula should last. And it's $90. I mean, like, that's insane for a lipstick. I mean, trust me, nobody loves beauty products more than me, but I guess I just feel like if you're gonna spend that kind of money on something, it should really blow your mind. None of these really, like, blew my mind. Some of them were good, but for the price tag of any of these, they should be great, not just good. So yeah, so that's my review. If you guys have any favorite lipsticks, whether they be luxury or non-luxury, drugstore, anything, let me know. I'll leave those in the comment section below. I love to hear from you. I love your suggestions. If you have any products that you would like me to review or do a makeup collection review about, leave those in the comment section below, because your suggestions are always helpful. If you found this video helpful, please give it a big thumbs up. A while back, I was suffering from anxiety and depression, and I truly believe that beauty and makeup and fashion and fitness and health saved my life, and I believe it can save yours too. So if you want to join my Starlet squad, be sure you hit that subscribe button. You can follow me on all my social media channels. The links will all be in the description box below, along with links to all these lipsticks. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I hope you join me next time.